Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we're playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and we are going to do the final and I guess the only Moogle points deal that was ever available to us for Anti-Aqua. We have a lot of points stocked up, so this video is just going to be a pull video and maybe some discussion here and there. So let's go ahead and let's start pulling because we've got, what is this, like 17 pulls, so 10 full pulls and then 7 single pulls. So let's start with the single pulls. But it's kind of sad to think about that this is really kind of like the game's finally clocking down. Like, this is probably the last free banner we're going to get, unless they feel really generous and the rest of their events from here on out are going to be about just random stuff. Like, it'll just be like, you know what, here's a few events, get a few free medals, things like that. Maybe they'll make an event where you can get all the medals that were previously locked behind some sort of crazy paywall. Like, for example, Terra, Aqua, and Ventus EX, or maybe Key Art number 2. Certain medals that we never saw again after the first time they were released. King Mickey HD version, things like that. So maybe they'll do that in order to help people fill out their album right before the end of the game. Because remember, once you save your data, you're able to keep that for as long as your data is active. So I really recommend moving to a computer. I'm not really sure if that's safe to use an emulator quite yet, but I really do recommend figuring out some way to keep your data permanent, because remember, phone batteries, they all die in the end, they don't last forever. So I'm thinking about what I want to do for my account so that I can have access to it forever, to at least look back on the good times, see the medals that we got, and just kind of run through memory lane, especially with some of these medals having crazy memories attached to them. Like, for example, the Roxas, Axel, and Xion medal, before it got its upgrade, was only available as a high score challenge medal, and I believe it was the first high score challenge medal, which was crazy at the time because it was a medal that cost 0 gauges, and it essentially like healed you for free. And it was great, and if you got it, you were golden. You could literally load your deck or your Keyblade with 2 of those just to start off and buff yourself out. So things like that, I don't want to just lose into the cloud, so I got to figure out the right way to store them. So if you have any information about using emulators or how they've been working for you, if they violate Square's terms of services, things like that, please let me know in the comments, because I'm still figuring out what to do with my account so that I can see it. Because there's just a lot of good memories on here that I hope to hold on to. So it looks like we're at our final single pull. We haven't gotten a single 7-star yet. Got some sweet stuff here and there, but nothing too crazy. All right, well, I spoke too soon. So our first 7-star is going to be a Kairu medal, the Tier 8 Kairu medal for upright speed. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the 10 pulls, which is probably the more exciting part of all this. So we are guaranteed 1 copy of Kingdom Hearts 3 Anti-Aqua in 10 tries, and we've got exactly 10 tries. So let's go ahead and hop to it right now. So 100 Moogle points to get 10 medals, and at the very least we guarantee ourselves 1 copy of Anti-Aqua, which is kind of weird because we've gotten several Anti-Aquas in the past. But it's kind of nice. Free medals are free medals, and again, I'm not going to complain about something they're giving out for free. So let's see, our first pull looks like we've only got the 1 7-star. It's going to be a boosted Lingering Will. Back when this medal was super OP, but now all of these medals in here are not very good, and they actually, I believe none of those had any upgrades. So let's move on to the next one, see if we get anything good here, and we will have to stop about halfway through to sell our medals because we don't have enough space, and quite frankly I don't feel like spending the jewels to increase my space. I'd rather just do that on just rando pulls. So let's see what we got in this one. We got an Aqua, which is pretty sweet, but unfortunately everything else is not very good. I can't remember if this HD Roxas got an upgrade, but I'm pretty sure it did, so maybe we hold on to that for traits. Alright, moving on to our third 10 pull, seeing if we get anything good. Again, this is probably the last free pull, so it's kind of bittersweet, you know? It was cool to have these free pulls, but I hope they replace it with something, I guess, moving forward, just something for fun, you know? Hey, there's an Anti-Aqua, all right. So we have our Supernova Plus Kingdom Hearts 3 Anti-Aqua, the upgraded version. Now, let's see what happens to our counter, because I'm pretty sure it resets since we got the Stopper medal. Guaranteed in 10 tries. Yep, there it is. So it did reset. So that might be the only one we're getting. Maybe we'll get another one. Maybe we'll get a boosted one. We will find out. But it's kind of sad because when I was flipping through the notices for this game, we used to get like 7 notices on Monday, followed by just a bunch of spread out notices over the week. Maybe something like a banner dropping on Friday, maybe an event dropping on Thursday. But if you've looked at the notices lately, they're really slim. So once we sell this group of medals, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the notices real quick. And I think just to make this spicy, we will do a few polls at the end of this video, trying to see if we can get that tuned Aqua. Alright, so from this poll, we've got, unfortunately, nothing too crazy. We do have the Illustrated Terra A, which actually was upgraded, but I don't feel like trading it at this point. So let's go ahead and sell all of the medals that we just got, except, honestly, I don't even know what we hold on to at this point. Like, there really isn't anything particular that we care about from all of this. Very cool stuff all around, though, but let's just take another glance, make sure there wasn't anything. Let's save that Roxas, because, you know what, actually, no, we don't, because we don't need to save any of these. Normally, I would save these in order to trait the medal, but now I can just buy perfect traits for 100 jewels, and that'll be that. We will save the Anti-Aqua, though, because why not? It's not like I don't already have, like, 13 Anti-Aquas. Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of these, all of them, because we really have no purpose for any of these as trait fodder or anything. So this is actually kind of feels bad to just get rid of medals and not need to worry about getting rid of them. Whew. Wow, right? Isn't that just a crazy feeling, not needing to worry about the meta at all anymore? Alright, so let's take a look at these notices. So as you can see, from the past week, we've pretty much only gotten 2 notices. One saying that Proud Mode was way too hard for a lot of people, but we will be attempting it live on stream, maybe next week, I think is going to be the plan. And then PvP, and that's it. And they have to do this. They essentially have to do this every week, and it's just a generic announcement. So, gosh, PvP rankings, this literally goes all the way until May 28th. Oh my goodness. Ooh, boy, are we even going to get any notices this week? Who knows? See, look at all these. These all dropped on February 25th, and then we got a bunch on the 23rd, the 22nd, and now we're barely getting anything. So I don't know how much effort that Square is putting left into the game, if it's getting any effort left, or if it's just letting it peter out, kind of letting people enjoy their final moments before the game goes away. So I'm not really sure what Square's plans are, if we're going to get any sort of live stream, if there's going to be a community stream with Glacy. I'm not really sure what their plans are, but fear not, for we have some things down the pipeline closer towards when the game's actually ending, because I'm not really sure what content to push out regarding the game. I have a few ideas in mind, but if you want to see something, or if you want my opinion on something, go ahead, drop it in the comments below, and I will try my best to make a video for that request, because honestly, the well is running kind of dry in terms of what to make content for this game, if they're not going to be releasing any more content. For all we know, there aren't going to be any more events. They'll just be the weekly raid, PvP, Union Cross, but I'm not really sure what their plans are in terms of actual difficult content. Are we going to get big bonus challenges still? Are we going to get any Organization 13 events? So I'm not really sure what their plans are for the future, but hopefully it still gets some love. The game will still get some form of affection from the company. Alright, looks like we are down to the last poll on the last 2 polls on the Anti-Aqua banner. So let's see what we can muster up in poll number 9. Again, we already got the Anti-Aqua, so it reset our counter. So let's see what we got. We've got a 7-star upright, tier 10. I'm feeling one of these is a tier 10. Alright, well, one of them certainly... No, wait a minute. Oof, tier 9s. We cut it close. But not close enough. Alright, last, final pull from the free banner. From potentially the last free banner. So let's see if we can whip out a single Supernova Plus Plus. One single Supernova Plus Plus tier 10. Alright, we're off to a good start. We got a 7-star in the pool. We've got just the 1 7-star. Looks like no dice. Actually, wait. Oh, no, it came out as a tier 5 version. I was like, maybe if it's the tier 10 upgraded version, we win. But unfortunately, it was not. So now we are out of point steals. And again, this might be the final free banner that we get, which is pretty feels bad. I look at this grayed out purchase jewels, and it's like that's how you know it's done, when they don't even want your money anymore. So that's whew, it's heavy. It's heavy for sure. All right, so let's go ahead, sell all the metals that we got, because there's nothing I think that we care about. That Xion, actually, we're going to hold on to, because I don't know if I still need upgrade material for that stained glass to make it tier 9 and then fill out that part of my album. But for the time being, let's get rid of the rest of this stuff, since I don't think any metals are going to get any upgrades between now and the end of the game. There's no reason for them to make any upgrades. And we got a bunch of draw points on the flip side. All right, here we go. 3 pulls. 3 pulls? Do we want to do 3? Do we want to do 5? We're going to do 5. Yeah, let's do 5 from the 7-star deal. All right, here we go. So if we can get... I also saw that you can get Toon Sora in this, actually. So Toon Sora and Toon Aqua would be awesome. Essentially metals that we don't have any copies of yet. That would be a win to me. So let's see. Our first roll. Let's see if we get anything cool or anything historical. Alright, a few things here and there. So, going down the line, this is the Final Fantasy VII Remake Aerith, only released twice, where you could get 1 copy and then a second copy. So I think there was a maximum of 2 copies, where one of them you got for free, and then the second one you had to get as VIP. So that is Final Fantasy VII Remake Aerith. Then there is Toon Sora and Pals, which I believe was only released as a VIP medal. And there's Sora and Neku, which was only released as a high score challenge medal. So these are the 3 historical ones for this pull. Everything else is pullable in any other banner. Well, that's hard to say if there's ever going to be another banner, but the rest of them were nothing too particularly special. All right, moving on to the second pull. Again, we are looking for anything historical or something that is like a Toon Aqua or a Toon Sora. If we can hit one of those 2 in these 5 pulls, I would consider that a win. All right, let's see. Second pull, we are going to get... Ooh, not bad. Not bad at all. All right, so is this the tier 10 version? This is indeed the tier 10 version. All right, so first of all, we got Pooh and Tigger and Rabbit, which was a really good defensive medal back in the day. But unfortunately, it got outclassed by Hainer, Pence, and Olette. But a really cool medal that you could farm back in the day, where you had to farm the Pooh, the Rabbit, and the Tigger medal all separately, and then you could combine them for this ultimate medal. Then, of course, we have Maleficent A, who was available as a high score challenge medal if you placed in the top 5,000. We have our first Melody of Memory Sora, which is actually really, really cool to get a copy of this medal without having to pay the absurd 30k jewels and then a 1 in 3 chance. And that 1 in 3 chance was really a 20% chance. We're not doing that. And then we got a boosted Melody of Memory Ventus. Very cool stuff. All right. And then we're going to get the ping for the Sora. Oh, I forgot. I never had a copy of the Parasol Beauty. I just had the trait medal. Very cool. All right. That was actually pretty sweet. Now that I think about it, is this Pooh, Tigger, and Rabbit maxed out? Yeah, I already have a maxed out copy. All right, very cool. That was a good pull for us. All right. No Toon Aqua or no Toon Sora quite yet, but let's see if we can change that within the next 3 pulls. So let's see if we can get anything new or anything historical or anything like the Toons. Here we go. Lots of reverse. Okay. Let's see in terms of history lessons here. So the Prince and the Bell was available only as, I think, an event coins reward way back in the day. Of course, there is the God tier Pence A as a 7-star version. We've got the Grape Flan, which was only available as part of that Fantastic 7. But I think that's it in terms of history lessons for this one. Alright, how many more we got left? 3 pulls? I think it was only actually 2 pulls left. We'll know once the pet training unlocks. Alright, here we go. So I think this is pull number 4, pull number 3, but I'm pretty sure it's pull number 4. Let's see what we got. Alright, so we've got... Ooh! Let's go! Okay, wait. Alright, let's go down the line from top to bottom here. Alright, so nothing crazy in the top row except a boosted Aqua, which is pretty sweet. In the second row, we've got the Melody of Memory King Mickey, which was only available as a VIP medal towards the final stages of the game. We got another copy of Pooh and Tigger and Rabbit, and honestly, this is the piece I'm excited for right here. This Scrooge McDuck was one of the best, if not the best buffer of its time, with the only trade-off that it was missing something. I think it didn't heal your HP or something like that. I feel like I remember doing a video on this Scrooge McDuck, but man, this medal back in the day was crazy. It was crazy. So it is awesome that as this game closes, I am able to keep a copy of this medal in my inventory. That's actually super sweet. All right, I think this is the final pull because I remember I was a little bit shy of 2,500. So here we go. Final pull. Can we get a Toon Aqua or a Toon Sora or something that we haven't had before? All right, final pull. We are going to get... nothing too crazy, unfortunately. A few history lessons here. So, of course, we've got the Key Art Sky, which was available around the time when the orchestra came out for the Kingdom Hearts World Tour. In terms of the rest, is this a Tier 10 version? Yes, this is the Tier 10 version indeed. All right, moving down to the rest of the stuff, then we've got the Zack B, which was only available as a high score challenge medal, and definitely one of the key things back in the day was a random target medal that had a very high special attack multiplier, in this case the 16.26. But yeah, so unfortunately our last pull before this one was a lot sweeter, but still we got a Zack B that we didn't have before, and that's pretty sweet. So that is going to be all for this video. Thank you all for just hearing me talk about the game and watching some polls. We definitely unlocked the training slot, so that is definitely happening. Let's see if we can actually get something pretty sweet. All right. So we want to trade our Sephiroth as still one of the best medals in game, probably the best reverse medal out there. And what else do we want to trade? Why don't we trade our new Melody of Memory Ventus that has the boosteds on them. Boosted stats, here we go. All right, we're just gonna do one at a time because we're not gonna pay for extra rolls. The pet trading campaign is going on forever, and really, unless they pop out content that's gonna warrant it, well, unless they pop out some content that warrants needing these special traits, it's no big deal to have them or not have them. So, ooh boy, do we want to make this a raider? We kind of don't. We would have actually preferred it on the Sephiroth, but that is okay. But with that being said, that is the video for now. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. If you'd like to join my Discord, still talk about things like Union Cross or Kingdom Hearts in general, we're starting to move more into kind of a Genshin Impact kind of Discord, but still doing a lot of Kingdom Hearts stuff. If you want to join that, go ahead, type that link in the yellow box below the screen, type that into your URL, and you should be good to go. But that is all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, until next time, take it easy.